Now, we'll talk now about the contrasting weeks for the two leaders, and Julia Gillard, of course, went off to Asia and to London, and Tony Abbott went to Christmas Island, Whyalla, and you were there with him in Alice Springs. Chris, but we'll talk about the trip first of all. Gerard, I think the headline that I saw, I think, most often was that she got a pass mark for her performance in most of those countries.
I think it's a bit ungracious. I think she did well in Japan. She did very well in South Korea. Very well in South Korea, I thought, and did well in China because she ran the normal Australian government line about the importance of China to us, but she also indicated that we're important to China, which is often forgotten, and she did raise, quietly, but she did raise the issue of human rights in China, and that's important. So, look, I thought she did well in all the trip. And I think at the moment, because the government's going badly in the polls, there is a lot of unfair criticism of Julia Gillard. There is some legitimate criticism on policy grounds, but much of the other criticism on foreign policy and on personal appearance, in my view, is grossly unfair and completely unwarranted.
She had a good Foreign Affairs week, I think. The question in the long run will be whether it matters. And going first to Japan, an important thing. Remember, Kevin Rudd couldn't wait to get to China and overflew Japan last time.
And then to go down to the tsunami areas,
yes.
be criticised again for her hair in a disaster zone was just crazy.
Yeah. Yes, I don't know why anybody would even bother to it was just such an inane and insensitive comment.
But also, she's the first Australian Prime Minister by visiting the site, to recognise the importance of the Battle of Kapyong in the Korean War, where the Australian Army, plus the Canadians and the New Zealanders, played a very important role in breaking a Chinese North Korean advance, which would have gone into Seoul at least. And that was a very important battle, very often unrecognised, and Julia Gillard, other Prime Ministers have spoken about it, but Julia Gillard went there with some return diggers, and I think that was a very fine gesture and much appreciated by the South Koreans.